Attention, everybody. The views expressed on this show are not necessarily those of Acts Ministry, Acts Media Group, and or their affiliate and subordinate ministries and or nonprofits. So without any further ado, it's what you all been waiting for the last couple weeks. The Boldknobbers are here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Brandon Mabe, I take it?
That is it, yes.
Welcome to the party.
Well, good to be here. Thanks for having us all. Yeah, we
Look at the
appreciate
camera. See that camera up there?
Where's it at?
It's the tall one right there.
The tall one.
I just wanted people to see y'all smiling faces this morning.
Hey, everybody. We just got to bed an hour ago, so we're all
That's it?
That's it, yeah. Best night of sleep in my life.
Now, you guys practice a lot, don't you?
We do. Well, this time of year we do.
How many hours a day would you say you guys practice?
Oh, honestly, we just rehearse for about, 4 or 5 hours, something like that. So
No.
nothing crazy right now, but we do it, 4 or 5 days a week, and we'll be back at it. We're actually going to take a break for a few days here, get back started next week. We open next Friday night. So
Next Friday night.
Yep.
Now, it's my understanding that you're going to be here next Thursday as well.
I will be, yes.
That is awesome.
Yes, I'll have new faces to embarrass.
New faces to embarrass.
And
Maybe by then I won't be so nervous. So, like I said, I never get nervous. I never get tongue-tied like this. This is crazy.
Oh, no, it's going to be fun. I appreciate y'all asking us to be a part of it.
Well, we're a lot of our viewers are real excited about it. If I could log into our Facebook, we'll be able to see what they have to say. But
Maybe I don't want to know what they have to say.
Uh-oh.
yeah, don't be oversensitive like that now.
No, we're not. We're not. Trust me.
We try to appear professional sometimes over here, but we got the Peanut Gallery back there, including Dr. Paul sitting
Yes.
over there. You should be sitting here, Dr. Paul. You're a better interviewer than I am.
That's true.
I think I'm a better rhymer, though.
No.
But, rube is actually a word, I found out. He's, have you watched his show at all?
I have off and on, yeah. We were actually just out there in the hallway talking about some of the history he's had with R.W. Blackwood. So we were going down memory lane
Oh,
a little
yeah.
bit.
Skylar Carter, that's usually here on Thursdays.
Yep.
He's a Blackwood. Well, his last name's not Blackwood, but his mom is a Blackwood.
That's right.
His grandma and grandpa, they're Blackwoods. They're pretty good singers too.
They're excellent.
What did they say, that he's got the best hair in show business or something like that?
There you go.
Have you heard that? Yeah. It's a lot of fun. All right. So, what are you guys doing?
Well,
what'd you
right
come
now
up
we're
here to talk
sitting here
about?
with you. We're just going to talk about it. First, I want to introduce these ladies across
Yes, please.
the
Thank
table
you.
here. First, this is Ashley Dawn. She's a brand new female vocalist for our show. She's not brand new female vocalist, but she's going to join us this year, and she's going to tell some of her story today, just a little bit, kind of an update of what's going on at the theater. And then, of course, my lovely wife, Megan, is over there as well. So she's here to make me look good.
That's what Dr. Paul says that about Nancy, too.
Well, smart man. He's a doctor. We need to
There
listen.
you go.
Yeah, he's a doctor, right? So what is going on with the Boldknobbers this year?
No, man, a lot. We're just gearing up for the new season. Like I was saying, we start next Friday night, March 6th. So brand new show, all kinds of
March
different songs.
6th?
Yes, I did say March, right?
Yes, you
All right.
did.
It's early.
I just want to make sure that our listeners and our viewers can actually remember that. And that's the Boldknobbers Theater in Branson, which is the oldest theater in Branson,
Well,
correct?
not the theater. The show is.
The show is the oldest.
Yep. We actually moved theaters about 3 years ago now, and we're off of Highway 165. Basically, right there at Green Mountain Drive and Highway 165, right at that intersection. So, yeah, we go there. It's
Really?
a Branson Famous Theater, the technical name, but we do run the theater and have a lot of other great shows there as well, besides our Boldknobbers show. So, Raise the Edge of Illusion is there, puts on a great magic show. Doug Gabriel just joined the theater this year, and then we're going to do our own other versions of Boldknobbers. One is a Boldknobbers Gospel. We started that actually.
No, I'm feeling
last
really
year.
terrible here. Boldknobbers, you spell it. But
Baldknobbers.
yes, I spelled it right. It's like, that would have been a nightmare. Just misspelled the name.
Living
I
in
grew
the
up here. I
Ozarks,
should
yeah.
know that.
No, that's fine. Trust me. I spell it for everybody. When I'm like calling somebody that's from out of state, it's somebody that we do business with, and I'm like, what's your account name? Branson's Famous Boldknobbers. They're like, what? Branson's Famous Boldknobbers. You never heard of Boldknobbers? No. And they're from New York or something, and they have no clue, So I always have to spell it out. They'll never find us otherwise.
That's the actual account name is Branson's famous Boldknobbers.
Well, don't be calling people and saying that now for account names. But
No,
yeah.
I'm just saying it's a really long account name. You know,
That's the name of the business.
I guess
we like to make sure we go big or go home. So it's a long name.
Well, I'm looking forward to coming to that show and seeing you guys.
Hell, man.
March 6th.
March 6th. Yeah.
What time?
At 8 p.m. There's a pre-show at 7:15 before every night
What's
show.
what does the pre-show entail?
His name is Murray Conk. So a little backstory here. We have a keyboard player by the name of Lance Conk, and they are from Cajun country down in Louisiana.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so Murray has been very, very successful in his comedy career. He's done a lot of great things. He's performed on Regis and Kathy Lee. He's been on, I can't remember, a number of TV performances. He's opened for like Ray Price in the past and a bunch of different mainstream artists.
Wow.
Yeah, no joke. And he's very, very talented. He does a little Cajun comedy pre-show warm-up, and then we kick off the show at 8.
The Cajun Connection? Do you remember that? Do you remember
I do. Greg Moody, I think. Well, no. He played in the Cajun show down at Silver Dollar.
Yeah,
City.
yeah.
Is that it? Is
Yeah,
that
the
name?
Cajun Connection. They call him.
That's
was
right.
it the one that played the washboard really good, or
No, that wasn't Greg.
there was I'm almost 40 years old now, and when I was 16, my dream was to be a Branson entertainer.
Yes.
Or to be like one of the people at Silver Dollar City that just goes around playing music with people and stuff.
Right.
I used to sit in at the church and sing and stuff. I literally went there every weekend, and that's how I met the Chosen Few. They used to be the house band out there, house gospel band. But and I used to go and watch the Cajun Connection all the time.
Yep.
And they'd always say "laissez bon temps rouler," which I guess means "let the good times roll."
There you go.
That's the only Cajun French I know, and I owe it to that band
Right.
because of that song that they do.
They just actually quit doing that show. I believe it was last year.
Really?
Yeah. But Greg, Moody, he's the one. He plays steel guitar. I think he played electric guitar over there a lot. But he plays steel guitar for us and acoustic guitar, mandolin, you name it. He can play everything.
He's one of those jack of all trades, master of all.
He is. Him and his son both. His son, Grant Moody, also plays. He plays lead guitar for us, acoustic guitar, but lo and behold, he's also been our drummer at times and our bass guitar player, depending on where we need him that night. So.
Really? It's nice to have a utility
Oh,
player.
man.
When in our band, I had a pastor that used to play with us, and he is an old Mississippi, and he was an entertainer in Mississippi. And we just bring in instruments to practice and just set them down different ones and see how long it took for him to pick it up and start playing it.
Wow.
That we had him play bass for us whenever we did a demo CD and stuff like that. And he could just pick up a guitar, anything, mandolin, harmonica.
Yep.
Violin or fiddle, depending on what song you're playing, I guess.
Some people are amazing like that, aren't
Yeah, it is amazing, and we do appreciate talent here at Axe Ministry.
they? Absolutely.
We'd like.
Well, we do it the show, too, because otherwise we're not going to be able to put one on. So.
Too bad you guys are so busy. I'd love to just sit in and jam with you guys sometime.
Oh, man. Well, we can make that happen.
Yeah, that'd
We
be
can
a lot
make
of
that
fun. We
happen.
could actually broadcast that.
We could.
We call it
We could do
taking
some
it
of
to
that.
the woodshed. Whenever you go out to work out songs and stuff and
Is
practice.
that, hold on.
It's getting a call. That's probably my text from earlier coming through.
No, it's our box office manager. Glenda, if you're watching, I'll call you back. Yeah, that's the ringtone I got. I'm very, whatever the word is, creative. Oh, that's my flashlight. Let me turn
Not
that on
very
silent.
electronically.
We'll worry about that.
Talented.
Hopefully, it's not anything important.
Your ability with technology is just
Oh, man.
astounding.
That's exactly right.
Now, what do you play guitar and sing out there?
I do play a little guitar. Yeah, play a little acoustic guitar. I'm not really into the lead guitar stuff. I mean, I could try it, but nobody would want to listen.
I can't play lead very well, but I'm just a strummer.
Yeah, well, I can do that, and I can play a little bit of bass guitar, but I leave it to our band during the show to make us sound good like that. So we sing. Megan and Ashley both sing, and got a couple other great vocalists on the show too. Shane Van Camp and Dan Keaton do a great job. Greg, who I was talking about earlier, sings a song or two as well. So it's a great variety show. A lot of great things. So
Yeah. How long have you been with the Boldknobbers?
oh man, well, I graduated college.
You don't look that old.
I'm 47.
Really?
No, I'm not.
I was gonna say
That's too
well, you
believable.
you don't look a day over 65. If that makes you feel any better.
No, I'm 36. I'm 36.
okay.
But I joined when I was 21 or 22.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, that's cool. And then, of course, we know that this is your first year, correct?
It is.
All right. Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you done anything like this, like specifically before?
I've never been on a daily show, so to speak. I grew up singing Southern gospel with my brother and sister, and we had a group called the Praters, and we did about 200 shows a year.
Oh, wow.
Concerts, just traveling around the country
That's
doing
busy.
Churches and things like that. So
That's
I'm
cool.
used to singing a lot, but not in a Branson setting show. So.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, that's always fun. Southern gospel has been my favorite growing up.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
We used to sit, like, my grandma, my grandpa, my mom, my dad, and myself, and a lady that used to come over with a keyboard. She played the old Pentecostal style piano, and we just sit until about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and just sitting there, just jamming out and
Yep.
singing all the time.
Yep.
It's a lot of fun. So, and how long have you been with the Boldknobbers? Probably.
Oh gosh, it's been now probably about 10. This is my 10th season, I think.
Yeah, I'm 2010 or
10
11,
season.
right?
Yeah, 10th season. Feels like an eternity, I tell you.
We have a viewer that's asking, does the show tell a story of the Boldknobbers?
It does a little bit. Gives a little bit of a history, mostly on the musical background with my family. But we also kind of, paint a quick picture of the vigilante group, which was the Boldknobbers.
Yeah. Which they were.
There's no relation. We're not vigilantes.
No, but they were criminals, weren't they?
Well, they tried
Criminals
to, like I
slash-
said, vigilantes. They tried to take the law into their own hands, and I'm sure that sometimes that was against the law. But I've not really, done a whole lot with the
Well,
history
the
of the
hats
actual
they were
vigilante
really
group,
creepy.
but-
Really creepy.
Yeah.
We don't wear those hats either.
You don't? Oh, thank God.
Yeah, we
I don't know. That's like the close to being afraid of clowns. It'd be the same kind of fear, if you guys were standing up there with those weird masks on.
Right.
But
No. Actually, for those people that don't know, though, I'll just give a quick, and we kind of touch on this in one of our videos for the show. But the Boldknobber Vigilante Group, they were actually obviously vigilante group in the Ozarks in the late 1800s. But they met on hilltops without any trees, which were called bald knobs. So that's why they were called the Boldknobbers.
I learned something today.
There you go. That's my brief history lesson for the day. You're welcome.
Did you get that, Jay? Did you get that question answered?
And if that's wrong, then just don't correct me right now. Wait till later.
Well, I mean, you guys are the authority on the subject.
There you go.
So,
Actually, Shepherd of the Hills would be. Go see
Really?
the Shepherd of the Hills play. Yeah, they portrayed the.
no, they had shut
ahead.
down the Shepherd of the Hills for a little
Oh
bit.
no
didn't they?
yeah, but they're going strong. They're
They
doing
like
a great
re-innovated
job.
it, and
They are.
Yeah.
I know that they say from the Shepherd of the Hills Tower you can see clear to Arkansas
Oh man,
on a clear
beautiful.
day. Yeah, it's pretty high up there.
They got a lot of
Once
new things going on out there, and good people, good friends of ours. Go check them out for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That'll be another thing I want to do this summer, so
Do
that
it.
way we can talk about it on the shows and stuff. I'm new to all of this technology stuff here. Everything I do has been trial and error.
Sure.
So if I mess
You're doing
up,
a pretty
just
good
please
job.
forgive me there. But we'll I'll come up and see you guys' show. I'll try not to be too hecklish.
That's
Do you guys
all right.
ever get hecklers up
Yes, we
Yes.
do.
there? Like
We
people
do.
just being rude and
Yes.
Yep.
really?
We
You would
do.
be surprised what we
They pay to get in
experience.
there and then they heckle you?
Oh, not
I don't
too
know
bad.
about hecklers, but definitely people that are
Disturb.
very disruptive. Disruptive.
Like they try talking to the cast while they're up there?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
So
and
that
they
happens a
don't
lot?
realize you're singing, you can't respond.
Really?
Yeah.
Is while you're singing
yes.
too?
Oh yes.
Oh, we go out and first and foremost, we enjoy that. So we encourage people to come and talk to us and scream and clap and be just as loud and disruptive as they want to be.
That's
we
great.
want energy in the show. But no, it's funny because we go out and shake hands with some of the people during parts of the show. And we're sitting there singing a song, and lo and behold, they'll pull me in. They'll start talking to me in my ear, and I'm singing the song, and I'm listening to what they're saying. Anytime
Yeah.
I get a little break, I try to answer their question, and then I move on, and it's good, though. We want them to feel that close to us. We want them to enjoy that experience and feel like they can talk to us and share part of their lives, and we hope that we can bring out that in people. So.
Yeah, we've been playing at church revivals before. We work with some homeless people, and they come in and they'll stop you right, and then they'll yell out in the middle of a song, "Hey, play some Ozark Mountain Daredevils," or something like that.
Yes.
They give you just, "Can you play any Creed?" or with the.
Sure.
It's like, well, what? A banner. We need a banner across there. See, I told you guys
Banner.
I'm nervous. Well, we're gonna run a banner. across
Oh,
the
all
bottom.
right, that's all right.
Is there like a? Is that they can? Well, I mean, the theater's in Branson. It's well known out there. It's easy to find, right?
Oh yeah, like I said, right there off Green Mountain Drive and 165 Highway. So if you're going down 76 and you're headed west, Titanic will be on your right.
76 Country Music Boulevard.
That's right. Titanic's on your right. Walgreens is on your left. You take a left down that road, and you're going to run right into us.
There's so much cool stuff in Branson. If you've never been to Branson, you need to check it out.
Yeah.
The Titanic is a really cool. I remember when they were building it. I was driving in Branson and there was a bad storm and some of the stuff from the Titanic construction site was blown into the road.
Oh.
And for some reason, the fact that was the Titanic, I said, we got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Get away from that place.
Very ominous.
It's going to sink.
Well, they're building another Titanic, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Titanic 2 or something.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
if that's the name of it. But
they're
it's the
gonna
second
and they're
one.
gonna do the same run too.
That's what I heard, and I will not be on that boat.
No, you're not gonna
No, I'm not
have the
going.
Boldknobbers on the
We-
Titanic.
We
Just
went on a
imagine the
cruise.
Boldknobbers while it's singing, playing the music while it's going down.
That's horrible.
Ours would at least
That
be
is horrible, isn't it?
uplifting. I mean,
Yeah, it would be.
You know, and give them a good jig.
Yeah.
Bluegrass as you're going down.
Yeah, that I can't think of a better way to go.
Greg Moody right there. He's
you
our
go.
bluegrass man. Well, Ashley sings a lot of bluegrass. Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite instrument in bluegrass is the banjo.
Banjo.
I can't play it I haven't even tried to pick one
Oh,
up
I
and
can
play
play a
it.
little banjo.
I love-
Oh, I can.
You mean like literally a
Just
little banjo?
No, I can play a little of a banjo.
I just had an image of you sitting there.
I can do that. I can play. I can play a few songs. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
well-
doesn't sound good, but I can do it.
It's
It
really
doesn't.
well. I mean, strumming a banjo is one thing. Finger picking
Oh,
it
no,
is the other.
I can finger pick it.
Can you?
No, you cannot.
What?
No, you cannot
This-
play the banjo other than play some very bad sounding
I can do
chords.
it.
I love the honesty of
consider it.
wives.
I consider it playing the banjo.
Hey, you could also use
He
it
can
as a
make
drum.
noise.
huh?
Right.
I'm just gonna say Timothy Haygood has nothing on me.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Now is that a rival? Is that a rival theater in Branson?
No,
Come on
they're
now.
great. They're great friends of ours.
Are they?
Haygoods are. Oh yeah.
A lot of people, I mean, there's like the community of entertainers in Branson is a very,
very strong.
tight knit community.
Very unique. I mean, honestly, it's kind of its own little anomaly because even though we all, are separate theaters, we all really are a community of people supporting each other and each other's shows. We all want everybody to succeed. It's what's best for everybody, and there's so many shows in Branson that we all try to help send people to every other person's show because they'll see something different in any seat that they sit in any auditorium. So
We did the Cliff Wagner tribute a few years in a row
Yes.
out there, and Jim Stafford was supposed to play one, and he forgot about it.
He forgot.
It was
Uh-oh.
right after the tornadoes and stuff, and he was outside. He said he was outside enjoying the weather and stuff. And they had enough people there to fill in until he got there. But I actually looked him up on YouTube, and that same instance is actually on YouTube. I don't know whose YouTube it is, but it's got hundreds of thousands of views on it of him talking about how he forgot to come up there. And he played Yankee Doodle Dandy on the guitar,
Really?
and it made me never want to pick up another guitar again. Because he's
See, Jim can get away with anything he wants because he's that good, right?
Yeah,
He's got that
he's-
clout.
Someone sang this for Cliff because he was a dandy, and then he
right.
started playing Yankee Doodle Dandy. It just blew me away. It was a great. Everybody out there is so nice. So
Oh yeah, we're great friends of ours, all of them, and we do, like Megan was saying, try to support each and every show down there and support the live entertainment here in Branson, or there in Branson. We're in Springfield now, but that's all right. This is my home.
Poor Ashley had to get up super early this morning.
She did.
to drive
Yeah.
here.
She actually lives near Branson.
Yeah.
We
I'm
live
told
in
we need to see
Springfield,
you
so
guys'
we're 10 minutes away.
face a little bit more. I'm supposed.
Oh,
Racist.
I think more so Brandon. You
I turn this way. That's right. I'm
see
not
that's
as
why
good
that
looking as the
microphone right there
ladies.
is kind of pointed that way so that we can do this.
Oh.
But-
Angle of the body.
Well, I'm
That's
gonna
all right.
look right over there then. Oh yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Well, I'm married, so I'm sorry. My wife wasn't here. We could talk differently, but
I
I'm just
doubt
kidding.
that.
That was a joke. I'm in trouble later. That's all right.
Yeah, you got a doghouse, back
We
at your
do.
place.
We do actually.
There's like one sitting right next to the other one's a bigger one.
Right.
One says Brandon, the other says Ruby.
That was yeah, that was actually Jim Wanning said that we need to see your.
Oh, hey,
hey,
Jim, what's
Jim.
going on?
He's viewing.
He's in Texas.
Is he
Yeah,
still?
we got to see him while we were there.
Jim, what's
Oh,
going
yeah.
on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was talking about that.
Yeah.
I think we'd love to get you guys on here to do some music too.
We'll do that next time if you do the show.
Can
Well-
you move
3
the show
o'clock.
to afternoon to evening?
you know, for you guys, I'll make an exception. You think I'm not kidding? I will be here. I have 4 days on and 4 days off at my other job, and I have the evenings free.
Hey.
We can come up here. We can set up here. This is still where I practice with my drummer and my I have a lead guitarist that we're trying to break in, but
Oh, gotcha.
but we set up drums and everything up here in the evening,
Sure.
and we can be as loud as we want to
there
be.
you go. We'll
We'd
do
love
it.
to do that.
And we'll all have headphones on and.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's kind of weird to have.
I'm trying to
headphones.
think of a name that we could blend Axe Ministry with Boldknobbers.
Not axe knobbers. That would just be weird.
No, yeah, we'll figure something cool out. I don't know.
Yeah, we need to start planning that now
There
because
you go.
it can be however long. It doesn't need to be broadcast. We could actually just record it and play it as a
Yeah.
segment.
Actually,
That'd be
I agree
fun.
with you. That would be fun. We should do that.
Yeah,
Seriously.
there's
Seriously.
nothing better really. I mean, God gave us music for a reason.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
Also, I got a question. Are you all from around here?
Well, I am, but actually, it's kind of. But let me have Megan and Ashley both tell you about their backgrounds and their hometowns. Megan, go ahead.
I am from Iowa. I'm
Ah.
an Iowa gal. I grew up in Pella, Iowa. So if you know Pella Windows and Doors or Tulips, that's where I'm from. That's where I went to college. And then after I graduated, my parents had moved down here for a job change. And they said, why don't you come down to Missouri? And I said, why don't I not come down to Missouri? Because I don't want to live in
We
Missouri.
love Missouri.
I have since changed my mind and fallen in love with Missouri
kinda
and Branson. And
Missouri works its way
Yeah,
under your skin.
other than I will say I'd give the allergies away any day to go
Oh,
back
yeah.
to an Iowa cornfield, but no,
A lot of
it's-
corn in Iowa.
Yeah,
huh?
a lot of corn, a lot of pigs, a lot
lot
of
of-
soybeans.
A lot of soybeans. So you're saying Iowa smells great? That's
Hell,
what you're
yeah, it smells like a rose. But no, it's been a blessing. God knows where you're supposed to go before you do, and
Yeah.
He led me down here. I met my husband, so it's been awesome. I've
right.
enjoyed every second of it.
Well, that's awesome. Now, what about you?
I'm originally from right here in the Ozarks.
Are you?
I grew up in Lebanon and Buffalo, Missouri, so
Ah.
just about 45 minutes north of here.
Oh yeah, I've been to Buffalo a lot. I
Yep.
have a good friend that lives out there. So
My dad was a pastor for 33 years there, so I
really,
grew up right there in
preacher's
Buffalo.
kid.
Yes.
Now, did you ever go wild and crazy, rebel?
No, I really didn't because, I started singing Southern Gospel whenever I was 10,
Oh wow.
11 years old and went out on the road traveling around that age,
Oh,
12,
wow.
13 years old. So every weekend I was doing about 3 concerts a weekend.
Yeah, so you weren't able to
I
go
was-
hang out with friends. You were just-
Yeah.
your life was Christian music,
Yes.
Southern gospel. That would have been great. See, if I would have stuck with my music, I probably wouldn't have rebelled. But I got saved pretty early, and then I did music at churches when I was pretty young. Nothing like 200 shows a year. I tried playing with a group called the King's Travelers, but I just didn't have the time to practice and to go around everywhere.
Yeah.
But that's another reason why I do this, is because it keeps me busy and occupied, and
Yeah.
a lot of it holds you accountable.
Yes.
So I mean, you have a lot of people counting on you. You can't go out and do drugs or drink or party it up
Yep.
because people are counting on you.
Yep.
Was it No Show Jones used to get so hammered that he would miss his shows, didn't he? So
Well, he was missing them for some reason. It sounds like.
so that's cool. Now, so is your whole family was the
Yeah,
Was the
my
band?
my brother and my sister, and they're older than me. So when we got to the age where my brother could drive, he was the bus driver, and
Oh, you had a bus?
yeah, we were pretty much just
Like a
on our own. Our parents
full-size-
had jobs, so once we were able to just go out on our own, they just kind of turned us
Like
loose.
your
and-
parents were the booking agents?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
All the calls went through them, and so yeah, we just pretty much stayed out on the road all the time.
Oh, that sounds like a really fun life, though.
Yeah.
When did you stop doing that, actually?
Whenever I was 17, actually, we traveled for probably 6 years. We started out in just a van and a trailer, and Mom and Dad were with us. And like I said, whenever my brother got old enough to drive, they just kind of turned us loose, and then we got a bus, and we got to share the stage with Gold City and Jeff and Sherry Easter and the Crab Family. We were actually on the same record label as the Crab Family with Les Butler and his labels. So pretty good experiences. But then we all three got married the same year.
Oh, wow.
And so it all kind of fizzled out. It was like, what do we do?
Yeah, because it's hard to juggle a new marriage and a singing career.
Definitely.
So usually people choose one or the other, and then they don't, they can't have both.
Right.
So the fact that you guys are working that out is great. It's great if you have, a spouse that actually is involved in the same ministry as you are, and the same music, the same show in your case.
Yep.
So, I mean, you guys find that you spend a lot of time together, right?
We do.
We spend a lot of time together.
He sounded more excited about that than you did.
I'm looking at the camera so they can have sympathy for me.
No, it's good. It's a blessing, and I think it makes you grow closer together as a couple because we have our everyday challenges, and then we have business challenges, and we work through all of them together.
Because the show is a business.
It is.
It is.
And we'd like for it to not have to be a business. It'd be great, but
Yes.
it costs money to do that kind of stuff.
It does.
Especially if you have a theater and
It's a lot.
instruments that you gotta maintain and stuff like that. Not just that lighting. That stuff is all super, super expensive.
It absolutely is. Matter of fact, we've updated quite a bit of it for the show this coming year, and it's been quite expensive. So come support the show.
Come see all that expensive new stuff.
No, it is. Seriously, I segue into that. The fact that really we have updated the show a lot, so we're excited about all the new things that we're going to add to it this year.
Now the show is, I'm assuming that the show is pretty different each season.
It is. We change it every season, of course.
Now, what is the
couple different
process for
times.
that? You guys all sit down and tell jokes and write them down and stuff like that?
Sometimes, actually I'm getting ready to talk more on the comedy side before too long, but as far as music goes, we just kind of brainstorm ideas. Some of the vocalists give me some of their ideas of what they would like to sing, and we kind of come up with a theme of the show for that year, and we figure out what fits in the puzzle the best, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes the puzzle looks a lot crazier.
It does, yeah. Sometimes it's one of those 2,000 piece
Until you glue it
puzzles.
together and hang it up on the wall.
See it all.
And I'm like, I don't want to do this.
Now, I'm sure that there are days that you get up and you're just like, I don't want to do that show tonight.
Very rarely. I truly love it. Now, I'm not going to speak for them on this one, but I do. I mean, I absolutely love it. I'm just a hardcore Branson entertainer. I don't know anything different. So I, in the off season, get really bored and anxious, and I'm ready for the new season to start.
Jay wants to know, what's your favorite song to perform?
The favorite song to perform? Oh, boy. Well, I have a lot of them.
How many do you think you know? About 1,000?
Well, we know a lot, yes. I will say honestly, though, just because it's really fresh in my mind, and we'll do this still on one of our matinee shows. So we have a Boldknobbers gospel show that we're doing on Wednesday afternoons, and then we also have a Boldknobbers vintage show that we're going to add. And then we have our, Boldknobbers version 2 on Thursday afternoons in the summertime and spring break. So we got 4 different versions of Boldknobbers for everybody this year. But last year I did a Southern rock medley. And
really?
I did, yeah. And it was, Take It Easy and Sweet Home Alabama.
Oh, man.
And what was the other one I sang? See, when we change gears into a new season, we forget what we did the year past.
It's like, wait a minute. What
So
do we do
far.
next?
Yeah. But anyways, that was a real fun medley for me to sing, and I think I'm going to add that back into
Now
one
those
of our
songs are going to be
matinee
stuck in my head all day.
shows. You're going to sing them, yeah. But no, that and I always love Megan singing I Will Always Love You. And she does a great version, kind of an in-between Dolly Parton and the Whitney Houston version.
Yeah,
Kinda
I was
makes
going to
it
say,
her own.
which rendition is it that you do? But
Just
The
a little
Megan Meg
a
version.
mixture version.
well, that's a hard song to sing. It's
It is, especially when you're sick.
the range is pretty wide on it.
Yeah. Yes. I have learned that.
I used to sing that on the intercom at work just to irritate people, just as loud as I could be, and it would be all
can't-
through the whole entire place.
I can't picture that one. Ashley, tell me what's your favorite. I don't even know. She's
Oh
never
goodness,
told
I
us.
was afraid for you to ask me that question. I don't know. specifically for this show, I mean, are we talking about this year's show or
No,
just
just
anything in
anything.
general?
That way
Yeah.
I'll know which songs
That
to pick
just,
for
we
next
we
year.
just want to make it as tough for you as possible
Yeah.
to tell us.
Well, on the country side of things, I love singing Miranda Lambert songs.
Oh, yeah?
So I do a lot of her stuff when I just pick it and start singing. So a lot of songs with attitude, I guess.
There you go.
I kind of have a little bit of a grit in my voice.
She
So
does, and it's awesome.
the country
Did you
really
say
comes
a
out.
grit in your voice?
Grit,
She
yeah.
does.
Good
yeah.
grit.
I was gonna say it sounds like you sing a little bit lower than some ladies
Yes.
do.
Plus,
I
I'm
wouldn't
hoarse
call-
right now.
I wouldn't call it grit. I would call it what do they call that?
Like she says, attitude.
Yeah, that
Like
would
when
work.
she's done with a song, like you don't want to mess with her.
Yeah.
No, it's not like Janis Joplin grit though.
That's big. Megan's gonna sing a
I
Janis
am
Joplin.
singing Janis
Which one are you
Joplin.
gonna sing?
Take another little piece of my heart.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's kind of a mix again of
Another
hers and,
little
and
piece of my heart.
Faith Hill. That she redid it as a country song.
Yeah.
But Megan puts a little more attitude than Faith did in it. So
I like "Give Me One Reason" by.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a good
That is
one.
That is Janis Joplin, I hope.
That's a good one.
Because I was about ready to start singing a Four Non Blonde song, that "What's Up" song.
Oh yes. But
So-
we do a lot of mixture of things. So we do country, new country, traditional country, bluegrass, a little rock, a little southern rock, gospel.
She says sample? Question
Sample.
mark.
Sample.
Simple
Do
later.
you guys
in
do
the
any?
day.
Do you guys do any acapella stuff?
We do. We'll have a couple moments of that during the show as well too, but we're not going to do it now. So stop trying to push us into it.
You know,
I tell you what.
I would not be. I would not be a good host if I didn't try, though. We got the Boldknobbers here.
We want people to come to the show and not hear us.
Right.
We're eight people. We do patriotic as
yeah.
well. We have a great tribute
Absolutely.
to our veterans during the program. So it truly is a big.
now,
big
veterans
variety
get a
show.
discount to the show.
They do get a discount.
Okay.
Yep, they do.
Awesome.
They
That's
do.
awesome.
Yes.
Yep, they get a great discount, and of course, Veterans Week's always fun. We do, Veterans Week. We put on a lot of great shows for them, and we go around town. They have a couple special events that Megan and I usually perform at. Ashley just may go to some of those as well this year, if she's available. She's getting married though around that
Yeah.
same
Yeah,
time.
she's got
Oh,
a
yeah.
big year ahead of her.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
I do, yes.
Are you marrying somebody in the Boldknobbers?
No, I'm not.
Well, he might be in the Boldknobbers. We haven't decided yet because
We're gonna we'll give away just a little bit here. So we purchased like a really big video screen for the back of the stage, and Bo, her fiance, soon to be husband, is actually building the frame for this whole thing while we put it up. So he's
He's
actually
an excellent
contracted
welder.
with us right
Yeah.
now.
yeah,
So, but he's
Technically
great.
a Boldknobber.
Yeah.
So
yes.
So that's that's pretty handy. I mean, you got to have like stage managers and stuff, then
Yeah.
maintenance guys to upkeep that stuff.
He's got a brand new business.
Yes.
Actually, tell him about that a little bit. real
yeah.
quick.
So he's a jack of all trades, really. So he'll probably come in quite handy
Yes.
around the theater when he's needed. But he's a welder, and he just opened up a shop in Branson, the Branson Trailer Services. So he can service all different types of trailers.
Is he from
and,
around here as well?
He's originally from around the Lake of the Ozarks, but he's lived around Branson for the last couple years. So
Yeah.
just kind of new to the area, so he's starting up a new business.
How did you meet? How did you meet him?
Actually, we met on Facebook.
Okay. Like Facebook dating?
Social media.
Yes,
Social
he was
media.
social media. It's
Oh, wow.
wonderful. I just have to say it was a God thing because
Yeah.
neither one of us had any mutual friends, but we somehow connected and started talking, and
Well, look
here
at
we
that.
are. Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah, it's a small world.
it is.
So I'm trying to think if there's anything else we need to touch on. We still got about 20 minutes before. Got 20 minutes of the show left.
We can talk about anything here. Actually, I do want Ashley. People got to get to know Ashley just a little bit more. Here,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah,
she's
yeah.
brand new. Tell them about being contracted with the military and things
Okay.
that you. Yeah.
Yep. So I took about a 15-year break from singing to raise a family. So I have 4 kids now, and their ages are 15, 13, 12, and 8. And now that they're a little bit older, I
They
thought
grew up fast.
I'm gonna get back into singing because it's just my passion, and there was just a hole there, and I needed to get back into singing. So I moved to Branson about 3 years ago, and hadn't been in the music scene for a really long time. So I really didn't know anybody, but my landlord happened to be the first sergeant in an Army band. and he found out that I sang, and so they had just lost their lead vocalist in this band, and they didn't have anybody lined up in the Army to take over, so they held auditions and they contracted me. So the last couple of years I've been their lead vocalist in the 135th Army Band Aftershock. So that's been an awesome experience for me. So that's really broadened my genres of music. We did some rock, and we sing at military balls and do high school recruiting tours and things like that.
The Army Band came to my school in Willard.
Yep.
Yeah. And
I just got back actually from a week tour last week, so
they played like
a lot of fun.
Sandman and a whole bunch of other hard heavy metal stuff.
Awesome.
It's like, wow, these guys are in the military.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Hey, I used to love Metallica.
Yeah. a lot of people stopped loving them when that reality movie came out. Did you ever see that one?
Which one? No, I don't know.
They were all sitting around a table sharing their feelings with one another.
Oh, yeah.
And
I
the
know
lead singer
some
sitting there with his glasses on, like, talking about emotions and stuff. A lot of people didn't like to see that.
Get over it. They're still awesome.
Yeah.
I love Metallica.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Metallica. I love all the stuff that they did in like the late '80s, early '90s.
Oh, yeah, that's it too. Yeah.
Yeah. Then
I used it back in school
like
when I
Bush,
was in sports. I
Glycerine,
pumped
that
you
kind
up.
Yeah, and then from 16, I think from 16 to 18, Jars of Clay was like that was like the soundtrack to my life there. So I still to this day I listen to that and it takes me way back. But music is great. I can't really, I don't know. I would love to be involved in stuff like that. Like how long? So we got some questions and I'm still kind of nervous. So.
Give us
how many
nice
of your
one.
how many of your family members are in the show?
Well, right now it's me and Megan on stage. That's who we have on stage with us at the moment. My father is still part owner in the business, and he actually is going to be over at the Ozarks Country and Ozarks Gospel at Grand Country Music Hall. So go check out Droopy George Jr. over there.
Droopy George Jr.
He's performing with my cousins Tammy and Tanya, and they put on an amazing show. So I highly encourage y'all to go see them as well.
Now, Droopy George, that's from the Boldknobbers as well.
Yeah. So my grandpa was the original Droopy George.
Okay, he was the real goofy one.
Well, they're all goofy.
Well, they all goofy.
But yes, so he was. So
I
my
might be
grandpa,
getting you guys in the Presleys mixed up.
No. Well, a lot of people do, but no. I mean, honestly, so back in the day, there was George Agronite, and then there was Droopy George. George Agronite was Lyle Mabe, my great uncle, and then Droopy George was my grandfather, Jim Mabe. And my grandpa kind of played a character. He never really spoke, but he was always out on stage playing the washboard, acting out different kind of scenes during different songs. He might be blowing up a balloon, sticking a needle through it, but the balloon doesn't pop. Or he might be trying to resuscitate a mouse because it drowned in a cup of coffee or something like that. And, just different random things that were always great. And then Lyle, George Agronite, told all the jokes.
Yeah.
And that marriage worked really, really well for him. And then also the brothers back then all sang together a lot during the show. And so my grandpa retired in the mid-'90s. My dad took over the Droopy George Jr. role, and he did a lot of the same things. He actually evolved into telling some jokes as we hired Hargis Marcel. Mm-hmm. A lot of people remember Stub Meadows, too, from back in the day. He was with us for 30 years or so, and one of the best comedians out there as well. Could put his bottom lip up to his eyes.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Okay.
Yep.
That's
I don't know. You don't have teeth, fine, but I still don't know how you do that. I can't. But no,
Yeah.
I mean, so I
was
grew
like
up with a lot of comedians.
That was like a face that's on flyers. That was on flyers at one time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean that when you think Boldknobbers, you think of that guy and his.
Oh man.
You know, a lot of people that don't have teeth in their face can do that. Look like they're chewing on their just like their whole jaw area. But
Yep.
yeah, I for some reason I thought that was part of the Presleys. But
Well, no, Presley do have some hillbilly themed comedians as well. Herkimer and Cecil,
Yeah.
of course, which is his son. But no, that's us. We're
it's been many years since I've been to the Presleys.
great show as well.
Yeah.
Good friends of ours again. I'm gonna keep everybody's great friends of ours.
Yes.
At least we consider them.
Like I said, tight knit community of entertainers in Branson. So
But yeah, absolutely, a lot of great entertainment down there. Come see us for
now,
sure.
what was do you have a favorite fan moment?
Fan moment.
fan
Megan, speak on this.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of
I
sweet little
do.
girls that just think she's a princess, and she loves those.
Thank
guys.
you, Jay.
I
It's keeping
have-
me afloat over here, trying to.
I have quite
us
a
questions.
few favorite fan moments. There's a little girl named Lily Brewer. She's awesome. And last year she brought me. I think it was last year. It might have been the year before. But at school, she'd been asked to write who her favorite famous American was, and it was me. And all of I was her favorite famous American. If
Oh,
you
that's
can
very
believe
sweet.
That. But there's another little girl, Molly. She's beautimous. She's in little pageants, and she's awesome. And we have a couple that brings us really some cool stuff. But this year for Christmas, they're Mark and Cheryl, and they made me me and Brandon, but it's really just mine.
Of course.
They made a quilt.
True of everything.
They
you
know that I love dachshunds, and they made this beautiful quilt of dogs. It's a dog quilt. You'd have to see it, but it's awesome. They're awesome. Ken Keith will watch this, so I cannot forget to mention Ken Keith. He's probably our #1 biggest fan, and Ken
Yeah, we love Ken.
is
All
an
of 'em.
awesome guy. We love all of them. Ken, he's right up there, #1 spot. We love Ken Keith.
He's gonna be back. Excuse me. He'll be back down for his birthday, and we always take him out to eat for his
we
birthday.
go out
him
for
and
his
mom.
birthday, and yeah.
Good guy. A lot of them great fans. We've been very blessed to have a lot of people that's very kind-hearted and really kind of join into our family through the show. So
My sister-in-law says her great uncle was Dave Bull Creek Walker of the Christian County Boldknobbers. So he's his
Oh.
actual Boldknobber
Actual one.
vigilante.
and who's that? You say that's your
It's my
great-
sister-in-law, Marcia Holland. It was her great uncle.
Well, she can
Dave
tell you all
Bull
the
Creek.
history then. Yeah.
Yeah, she's been talking about this show for the last week and a half.
Oh,
Whenever
wow.
we mentioned we were going to do it.
That's pretty
Her
neat.
daughter's actually an entertainer out in Branson at Dollywood. I think is it called Dollywood now?
And Branson's Silver Dollar City.
Well, there's one. Where is it? There's a
Pigeon Forge is Dollywood.
Dolly Stampede.
Yeah, the
Stampede.
Oh,
Dixie
okay, gotcha,
Stampede.
gotcha.
Yeah, she was one of the. I don't know exactly what part she plays, but she said something
Gotcha.
about coming out of the ceiling.
Oh,
really?
wow.
Like that. Yeah, I'm scared of heights, so that wouldn't work for me.
No thanks.
I did overcome my bit of heights working in construction at the Branson Landing, and then at
Did
the
you really?
yeah,
Oh,
and then the
man.
convention center. You know, they knew I was scared of heights, so they rode up on the scissor lift with me. At the very top, it was like 80, 100 feet in the air, and they thought it would be hilarious to shake the thing back and forth.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was so scary.
Oh, man.
I was, what do you call that? I was just petrified. I could not move. I couldn't do nothing. Scared me to death. I got over it eventually. Next thing you know, I'm standing on the rails and stuff. And
Oh,
doing
man.
stuff.
See, I couldn't do that.
Yeah. Now, how tall is your you guys' theater? How tall is that?
Tall enough. I'm not going to get on the roof.
Is there a balcony area as well?
No, there's no balcony. No, but it is like stadium seating. I'd call it that. It has a gradual, rise.
Yeah, that
as
makes
you
it
go
great
further back,
acoustically.
so you can, see the stage better and all that kind of stuff as you get further and further back. Not a bad seat in the house actually because of that. So, but yeah, as far as anything else, I'm not climbing ladders and I'm not getting.
No, you're not climbing
No,
ladders.
I'm gonna have Bo do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bo's
Welcome, jack of all trades.
Yeah.
That's right.
yeah, Ashley's not telling you, but she's a welder too.
Are you?
Yep.
Nice.
We got a whole
Where did you
family
learn
of
how to weld
welders
at?
coming.
Well, I started learning
Now, are we
whenever I was
talking
about
stick
13.
welding?
Stick.
MIG or TIG or what?
I stick and a little bit of MIG, but mostly stick.
I get MIG and TIG mixed up. I know one of them has the wire feed and the other one is.
I don't know what either of them are.
Yeah, one of them uses a metal that's actually there, and sometimes you have to fill it. Anyways, that's boring stuff. But so yeah, I don't know what else to say.
It's one of our requirements to work at Boldknobbers.
Be able to do something
You have to be able to bring something to the
like
table.
constructively.
Yes, and Ashley's was welding, so I mean,
And Bo.
and Bo.
I brought
yeah.
Bo.
the whole thing, a full package right there.
No, we all, and she's kind of joking, but it's the truth. I mean, we all, other than singing, we play vital parts in other areas of the business to just help for the overall success, and it truly is a great team effort. So we're proud of everybody that we have, and
That's
Ashley's
cool.
the newest member to the family. Oh, I know what I want to mention real quick. If we're getting ready to stop, what time is it?
We got about 5 minutes.
That's
before we have
fine.
to call
Let me
it
do
a day.
this. I'll be in here, I guess, next week. Is that right, Jim?
No, that's right. That's
am
right.
Am I back next week?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to see if I can have Shane Van Camp can't come. He actually has some other appointments that he has to be at, but I'll talk a bit about him a little bit more next week. He's another male vocalist that we have that does a great, great job out of Nashville, Tennessee.
Don't be surprised if I have some instruments set up when you guys get here.
Well, I'll try to stay up all night and not go to bed. Maybe I can sing a song. That won't happen. But no, Dan Keaton is a gospel music Hall of Famer. He doesn't know this yet, so Dan, if you're watching, I'm hoping you'll be a guest on Thursday next week. So
You heard it here first, Dan.
yeah.
Right?
But seriously, he's Gospel Music Hall of Famer. She mentioned that the Praetors actually sang with Gold City Quartet and things like
Love
that.
Gold
With,
City, too. Yeah.
Dan was a member of Gold City, Dixie Melody Boys. He was inducted in the Gospel Music Hall of Fame a couple years ago, and he has a very, very powerful testimony of things that he has overcome with child abuse and things like that. To rise the occasion and perform in the music industry the way that he has and travel the world, sharing his testimony and sharing God's word. And I think he would be an amazing fit for something like this. And he's a big part of our gospel show. He also performs in our shows at night. But I'm hoping that will work out. So, Dan, I just talked you up, buddy.
Dan,
You gotta
You better
come
be
now.
here.
you have no choice now, Dan.
Dr. Paul sitting over here saying, yes, we need
Yeah,
Dan.
and you know what? If Dr. Paul says it, you know they're going to be here.
Yes.
We've had people show up on our show before, said, is there something you wanted to talk about? Is there a reason why you wanting to be here today? He said, I don't know. Dr. Paul told me to show up at 7:30.
There you go.
So, you know, Dr. Paul knows a lot of brands
It
and
was good to
entertainers
get to
as well.
talk to Dr. Paul earlier. We hadn't seen each other for a couple of years, so it was good talking to you, sir.
I'm surprised he hasn't tried to get you on his show on Fridays.
Well, we can make if he wants me. You're putting him on the spot now. Maybe he doesn't want me on there.
The Happy Hour with Dr. Paul Collins and his wife Nancy. Check it out on Friday mornings from 9:30 to 10:30. It's going to be fun. Anyways, back to you guys. So I was supposed to ask, what was your, but we may not have time for this, what was the saddest moment and or the scariest moment? Do you had any of those?
Like on stage?
Mm-hmm.
Well, unfortunately, throughout a lot of years, we've had some sad moments that you've had to push through, but I don't want to get all mushy about it, but I'll say this. My brother passed away back in 2006, and it was on a Sunday morning that he passed away. My parents got the call. They called me, and my father and I were talking after that had happened, and you know, we'd come from an entertainment family, and we believed the show must go on, and we actually had a show that next day and did it with probably the biggest broken heart we ever had. But we went out there, put a smile on our face, and made sure that we gave those people hopefully the night of their lives. And when it was done, we might have shed a few tears ourselves. But there's moments like that in the entertainment industry where you got to go out there and kind of put your own emotions and your own things that you're dealing with in your life aside, so you can go out and still give those. You know, they've worked hard. That's their hard-earned money that they're using to pay for those tickets. So we feel that we owe them obligation to do that show.
And they
do it
like
the best
you.
of our ability.
They appreciate you, and that's not a small thing.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's not. You know, so I get where you're coming from. The show does need to go on.
That was one of my saddest moments. Now for an uplifting moment. Who has a happy story on stage? Megan, tell a happy story.
There's
Or
probably
scary. That was
scary-
one of the things
scary
she
or
was
said.
another-
scary. Tell a scary one.
I have a scary one. I started in Branson at Shoji Tabuchi. So if you know Shoji.
yeah.
And
Fastest fiddle
Shoji,
in the East. I
he
think.
had a bunch of pyro during
no.
his patriotic
Oh yes, I remember
during
this.
his patriotic section, and one of the evenings, some of the pyro misfired, and it caught my skirt on fire.
Oh my goodness.
And we were instructed that if you start on fire, wait to be put out by a tech, like they will come to you, because if you
But
move,
this is an actual conversation you
yes,
had.
yes.
Wow.
Because if you move, you're going to spread the fire. And I had like a 7-layer skirt on. It had all these layers of chiffon-y fabric. And they
Which is very flammable.
yes, and they still have the skirt. Christina Tabucci will send me pictures of it every once in a while. And they got to me when it was to basically the last layer of the skirt, ready to go through the final layers. So, yeah.
Did you keep singing?
I
whenever-
did. I had
Really?
my hand up. I was just thinking, somebody better come any second. Somebody's going to come put me out.
Wow.
That's when you find out if you have friends in the industry.
Exactly.
Oh wow.
That's when you know.
That
if
would
you
be a
have-
scary
yeah,
moment.
It was scary.
That's crazy. I guess if you have pyrotechnics, you have to have a plan for
You
that.
do. You do.
Because I went and saw a group, Red. I like heavy metal Christian music as well.
Yeah.
And they had pyrotechnics, and even being up in the nosebleed section, I could feel the heat from those.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's dangerous stuff. Like, we could not in Shoji Show use hairspray after a certain point in the show, knowing that pyro was at the end, because even just a little bit of hairspray residue could attract enough to start your hair on fire.
Yeah.
I mean, you really had
I
to
know.
be careful. Yeah, you had to be
Aquanet
careful.
is very flammable.
Yeah.
Just
They
a
still use-
disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
We do not use pyrotechnics in the Boldknobbers yet because of this incident.
Well, you have to have, like, I think there's all kinds of, like, fire codes you have to.
Oh yes,
Oh,
yes.
yes. I'm
Like, you have to
sure.
have, like, so much space. And I don't know. Pyrotechnics, I like fire, but not that much to be.
Right.
Didn't work out for Michael Jackson very well either.
No.
Back in the
Pepsi
80s.
commercial, right?
Yeah.
Gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, it's scary because, I mean, you're at the mercy of somebody who needs to be paying attention to you. Are they paying attention that day?
Exactly.
So you basically, if you have pyrotechnics, somebody needs to be standing in multiple locations,
Yes.
holding extinguishers,
Yes.
multiple types too, for different types of fires. You got to use different types of.
Yes.
That would be. Oh, I got a hand raised up over there. What do you got? 2 minutes? 1 minute?
Oh, 1 minute.
1 minute. Well, thank you guys for being on here.
Man,
It's been a lot of fun.
Thanks for having
Having
us.
So are you ladies coming next week too? If you're not on, you can at least be in the peanut gallery back there with Dr. Paul. And them.
All right. I would say I'm going to try to shoot for Dan next week. My fallback will be my lovely wife because she lives with me and I can drag her here more quickly.
We're not going to make Ashley make the trudging
Yeah.
early morning drive next week.
Well,
I'm glad
you-
she did, though. Thank you
Yeah,
for doing that.
glad to be
We
here.
appreciate it.
Just know that you guys are always welcome here. Anytime, if you guys want to do your own little podcast or talk show, I can work that out for
I
you.
appreciate that.
So, like the Boldknobber minutes or something.
There you go.
That would be a lot of fun. But yeah, thank you for what you guys do. You guys bring joy to people, and help people make memories, happy memories with their families. So that's really what it's all about.
Absolutely.
So, and that's why I appreciate you guys' shows down there. Everybody's shows in Branson.
Absolutely.
Even the ones I haven't seen, I'm sure they're pretty good.
Amazing
Okay.
talent in Branson. Very underestimated if you really think about it. There's tremendous talent. So please go support all the shows in Branson. You will not regret it.
All right, well, we're going to have to get out of here now. Unfortunately, we can't go much longer than an hour. So thank you guys for joining us here today on, well, this was supposed to be the Power Hour, but I guess it's the Boldknobber Hour this week and next week. Be sure and tune in next week.
Yep.
Same time and same channel so that you can see what else is going on with the Boldknobbers.
That's right.
So we'll see you guys later.
See you
And,
later.
God bless you and
Bye.
keep you. We love you. Bye-bye.